So what do you look for when you qualify a lead? So you got a cold call lead that comes in. How are you thinking about which ones are worth talking to?
Yeah, that's a great question, and it's kind of work in progress. We have a motivation score,
Mhm.
and we have custom that thing in the back end. What we're reading off of the conversation between the seller and one of our land intake managers, and we're looking for those keyword sentiment analysis, and we're ranking them on a scale of 1 to 10. So anything that we say, hey, go past 7, guess what? It goes to our acquisitions team. They're making an offer and calling within 2 to 4 hours of doing it. Matter of fact, a couple of days back, I posted something. A lead came into the system at a motivation level 9 and got caught. And guess what? Next day morning, we had that thing under contract, spent 100K. I mean, we are qualifying 60 to 70 leads. It was highly likely that we would have not had a motivation score. That lead would have been kind of, may not be attending the first day, maybe next couple of days, whatever. But hey, the opportunity was right there and we were able to look into it. So those are the things that we find tuning into are saying, hey, how can we find that opportunity now and not 2 days from now, right? Because guess what? They're motivated. They're calling 5 more people. They want to get this thing done.
Mhm. What's an example of like a sentiment analysis? Like what are keywords that you look for? Are you tactically doing that?
All kinds of stuff. I mean, some is from experience, what sellers say that kind of we can figure out they're motivated, but some are very obvious. I I broke this. I'm in a hospital. My wife is in a hospital. We are in a situation. So stuff like that is pretty obvious to capture. But then we also matching what they think they want to get for the property and then what we can offer. And if that is in a very close neighborhood, guess what? We're making a phone call pretty quick. Say, hey, we want to offer 7,000. They're asking 8,500, 9,000. They probably a deal here. We can probably meet somewhere in the middle and get this done. So it's various things, price, where they are, what kind of situation they are in, the words that they say. I'm not interested. Or, hey, you know what? Yeah, I'll be more than happy to look into an offer. It gotta be a great offer. But if it is, we probably can, ready to move forward. Okay, all right. That's the lead that we want to quickly look into and kind of get an offer going because if we can meet at a price, they're likely to sign the contract sooner than later. So those are the things that we are working on right now.
And when you say price and knowing if that's reasonable or close or not, does that mean that you're pricing these properties? Are you doing like blind offer and you have a price range and then you know when you're talking to them or what's that?
No, it's after the fact. So once we ask for a price and they give us a price, whatever, then it goes to a person who comps this. And if they see a matching price or close enough price, then we kind of make it a priority with our acquisitions team to pick the phone, go back to the seller and close the deal.
Okay.
I'm not making blind offers. We just taking one lead at a time and we call them right that second or same day or early next day.
Okay. So it's almost like you have two prongs of qualification. One, you're pushing it through an AI filter. You're looking for some sort of keywords, sentiment
Correct.
analysis. And then two, if there's a price in there, it's getting routed to a comp person who is checking that price, or are you
It's
comping every single one?
we comping every single one, but as soon as we find the prices in close neighborhood, we taking that on priority and asking the land acquisitions manager to make a phone call and get this done. So
Here.
yeah, it's still in a work in progress thing. Every day there we are making some fine tuning the system, but that's what we find working for us. We were actually an appointment company where we were trying to put people on appointment, like, hey, my acquisitions manager will call you tomorrow at 2 p.m. How does that sound? I mean, it was nice, but it wasn't really practical. They don't care about appointments, right?
Mhm.
So it's just over to motivation score. If you're motivated, guess what? I'm giving you a call back in next 2 to 4 hours with a solid offer to get you in the contract.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. I found that too. It's like people don't use their Google calendars in the regular world, but so yeah, it's like we're all on Slack and Google Calendar driven, but you give it to a land seller and they're like, I don't have Google Calendar. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's a different audience.
Yeah. That's interesting. I'm trying to crack the same nut. That's why I have so many questions around it. We did the calendar booking. We have qualified and we landed somewhere similar to you. We've qualified with, we call them and then we qualify them on motivation, like you're saying, but with a human and with pricing. So similar thing, we have an idea. And if they're in the ballpark on price, or if there's some sort of key motivation, like, oh, my son moved out of town. We don't go to the property anymore, that type of thing. Those seem to be the key indicators. And it's almost like first we were going on price as the filter, and there
Mhm.
was like holes in that. Then we were going on motivation,
Right.
like you're talking about, but then there's holes in that. And
Mhm.
then so we started doing motivation and price. And now I'm starting to think about it almost like looking at it to disqualify people as opposed to focusing so hard on qualifying them. Because with cold car, there becomes a lot of tire kickers. And it's like, okay, what if we just now eliminate tire kickers? Yeah.
Agree. Agree. And the way I'm thinking about it, it's not like even like elimination. Hey, look, you might not be ready today, but I want to keep the doors open. Can I send you something? Can I send you something about our company? So when you are ready from 10 years from now, and a year from now, you should be remembering that we should be your preferred choice. You should not be, that Anshul called. He provided all this booklet to me, looking nice. Everything is like buttoned up. I want to call this guy first. If
Mm.
they don't want to buy, then I can go to Brendan or I can go to Mark or whoever, right? So we want to be that company, like, okay, not today, but I want to be in front and center. I want to be with you. So whenever you're ready, we can take it from there.
Yeah. So do you do that by mailing them a packet or by
Yeah.
sending them an email, text? What's that look like?
Whatever they prefer. Our audience love to have mails. Oh yeah, send me that packet. I would love to
Hmm.
have something sitting in my living room. I don't mind that, please. Okay,
Hmm.
sure. Here goes the packet. Keep it.
Hmm. And what's that packet look like? Like, how are you delivering value that they're going to kind of keep that around?
I mean, what kind of business we have done? Maybe a case study.
Hmm.
This is a family property. This is inheritance. I don't want to get rid of it. Hey, maybe a case study, how we help the family who have been holding on to this thing for 100 years and now they're happy having cash in the pocket. You don't have to make a decision today. Hey, we have worked with 15 different tile companies. Yeah,
Hmm.
the people. Make a phone call. All that kind of stuff. Why do you want to sell your property? What else can you do once you sell it? What you can do with that money? Okay. Whatever value you can add, why we are the best, why you want to consider us. We might not be the highest cash offer, but we are the one who's going to take you to the finish line.